Lord Shiva is popular with all sections of Hindus and he is propitiated and worshipped by millions of Hindus daily, and more so during the sacred occasion of Mahashivaratri. The deity Shiva of the Hindu pantheon is a very ancient deity, and the cult of Shiva can be traced to prehistoric times. The 14th day of the dark fortnight of every month, that is Krishna Chaturdashi, is called Shivaratri, and that of the month of Magha, February-March, is considered as Mahashivaratri, this being the greatest of all the Shivaratris. The origin of the observance of the Mahashivaratri is traced to an ancient incident in which Brahma, the four-faced god of creation, and Vishnu were disputing each other's greatness to establish their own supremacy, when a huge pillar of fire appeared suddenly between them, and a voice from the sky declared that he who would find the extremities of this linga would be considered the greatest one. Neither of them succeeded, and both were hence obliged to accept the greatness of Shiva, who had manifested as the pillar of light. This was the origin of the Shivalinga and the festival of Maharatri. A second reason attributed to this observance is it being the day when Shiva drank the poison of halahala, which emerged from the milk ocean churned by the Devas and Asuras, thus saving the world from destruction. That story of Amrita Mantana is very famous in the Indian Puranas. Every Hindu knows it. The third reason attributes it to the day of marriage of Shiva and Parvati, the daughter of Himalayas. The fourth reason is that it is the day when Shiva burst forth into a great dance, which is known as Shiva Tandava Nritya, the great dance of Shiva. The greatness of observing the Mahashivaratri is made known by the story of a hunter or an aborigine who is called Nishada or Kirata, who observed the Vrata, this auspicious occasion, on that night unknowingly, on a Shivaratri, Mahashivaratri night, unknowingly, out of the force of circumstances, by fasting, keeping vigil, and bathing the Shivalinga with water. He was taken to Shivaloka, even though he had performed the puja unknowingly as a result of that act. The most essential part of the Mahashivaratri Vrata is fasting, keeping vigil throughout the night, and bathing the Shivalinga with Panchamrita, 5 nectars, that is, milk, curd, ghee, sugar, and honey, performing homa, japa, and prayer. It is observed with great solemnity in Shiva temples, big or small, what to speak of the well-known temples in Varanasi, Rameshwaram, Somnath, Chidambaram, etc. In the modern days, it is observed by the devotees of almost all sections of Hindu society. In the life of Sri Ramakrishna, we find Lord Shiva manifesting himself through him, that is through Sri Ramakrishna himself, on various occasions. When Sri Ramakrishna was a boy, as you all know, he became absorbed in Shiva while playing the role of Shiva in one of the Shivaratri night dramas. Once in one of the Shiva temples of Dakshineshwar, He was overwhelmed with Shiva consciousness while singing his glories. He was seen as Shiva and Kali alternately in another incident by Mathur Babu, the manager or the proprietor of Kali temple, while he was once walking in the veranda of his room at Dakshineshwar. Sri Ramakrishna was walking up and down in his veranda. This manager of the Kali temple was looking at him from a distance. Mathuranath saw him while going as Kali, while returning and the others reverse way, Shiva. So Mathuranath saw both Kali and Shiva in Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna used to consider Narendranath, future Swami Vivekananda, as an incarnation of Shiva. He saw the city of Kashi as made of gold, brimming with Shiva consciousness. Sri Ramakrishna saw this in a spiritual vision. It was he who propounded the concept of doing service to jivas, considering them as Shiva himself. Shiva Jnane Jiva Seva, serve man as an emblem of Shiva himself. This was a great teaching of Sri Ramakrishna, which Swamiji converted into a great motto for every spiritual seeker, that we should serve man, seeing God in men. Sri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of renunciation, was indeed Shiva incarnate. Shiva is known for his renunciation and giving up everything for the welfare of others. His whole being was one with Shiva, Sri Ramakrishna's whole being, and he frequently merged himself into the absolute reality that was Nirvikalpa Samadhi, that was real Shiva. My prayers to Sri Ramakrishna on this occasion, and the Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, and to Swami Vivekananda, to bless all the participants of this function with the highest joy of spiritual realization. Jai Ram Krishna. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.